Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot, and welcome to your cards for July. I do apologize, this reading is pretty late in the month, but please note it will last the next month regardless, the energy's fluid anyways. I'm not going to be on camera because I was kind of nudged to do this reading like right now, so I apologize for that. But I do want to kind of jump in and start with some of the astrology that's happening for you, Gemini. This is a big month. It's a big month for everybody. And what we're doing is we're kind of making internal decisions this month. So right away off the bat, if anybody's looking for like big results this month, it's probably not going to happen. To clear up that idea, I want you guys to think about like the actual gardening process or like the farming process. We plant our seeds in the spring, and in the summer, this time of year, they're kind of nurtured by the sun, by the rain. They're kind of a product of their environment. And the environment that you're in this month is very important because what happens is it allows the universe to kind of perfect things so that we begin to see the results probably in Virgo and Libra season, late September, early fall kind of timelines. And then really the energy shifts. We make the really big moves December through March of 2022. I'm not sure why I feel the need to explain that to you in particular, but I do pick up on this wanting, and there's a lot of signs. There's a very overall theme of like wanting things to get moving. Where is this going? We're all a little bit impatient, right? We've all been through the whole gambit of waiting for what seems like forever. In so many ways, our lives have been on hold. And so there's a big part of us that's very eager to get the next thing started, to get the forward movement. But rest assured, all of the planets are still retrograde. We are still in an inward healing phase. Now we're in a really important time of the year because we just came through with that Cancer new moon, and that kind of sealed off, this next 2 weeks kind of seals off this period in time where we're responsible for doing some healing, healing of our inner child work, healing of our emotions. And that's what I'm talking about with the environment and how it needs to be very nourishing. And so it's a good advice for me to tell you guys, especially as we have an emphasis, your environment being that of the star, which is a healing environment. And this card here, we have the Queen of Cups, which is rooted down by the Empress. There's definitely a need to focus on your health and emotional well-being this month. That probably means pulling away from unnecessary drama. I'm getting a big emphasis on bare necessities for you guys. So that means cutting out all the additional noise. Now, because you're coming out as a King of Swords, this is that energy where you really want to make the big moves. There's probably, and especially as far as communications, wanting to get the ideas out there, right? Now, we do have a big emphasis on your second, third, and fourth house. And like I said, all of this energy starts to move into Libra season in September and October, moving all of that energy into your fifth house, which is when you start to actually create the stuff. Right now, it's all about the ideas. And that's why you're coming out as the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords can be a little bit impulsive. And the Knight of Swords paired here with the Four of Cups is this feeling of discontent. You could actually feel a little bit uncomfortable. Now, sometimes we get focused, this man is just kind of really intensely staring at these Three of Cups, waiting. Oftentimes we think that those are empty and he's waiting for them to be filled, waiting for this particular thing to work out. We could feel like we're getting into a little bit of impatience, intolerance. And the tricky part about the Four of Cups energy is that we tend to forget about our gratitude. Well, we're all human. We can't all be in that place of gratitude all the time, you know. It's very important that we recognize our humanness. Nobody's perfect. And in fact, I was picking up on an energy of like the need for perfection, the need to want everything to start to look right and feel right, like you know where you're going, you know what's happening next kind of energy. But this time is actually a gift. Now we have the Queen of Cups and the Hermit card here, card of Cancer, card of Virgo. Of course, my first thought is self-care. Now, we do have some interesting stuff going on with the 6th and 12th house for you guys. There's a lot of energy being poured into that 7th house Scorpio of your relationships. 6th house Scorpio of your health, your physical body, your daily routines, your diet. And then Uranus across it in the 12th house. Sometimes this could be a lot of mental stress actually resulting in physical ailments, you know, headaches, stomach aches, anxiety, inflammation. All of these symptoms can be caused from really our need to kind of overthink and overanalyze situations. Now we've got a lot of void moons right now, which the universe is kind of asking you to surrender any control. And when we surrender, we know that we're not physically doing the stuff, but we are still thinking about it. And I think partially that's going to serve you well, because the ideas that you're forming this month are really coming from a beautiful place because of that Cancer Leo energy. Now we have the Mars Leo conjunction. The Mars Venus conjunction in Leo in your 3rd house. And Leo is a very creative house, and it's also the house that your sign rules. So you're really in your element here to pick up some new inspiration, but these inspirations are coming from a different environment, that of the star. It's probably really important, if your body is telling you to rest, to rest. I know when I bring this stuff up, some of you it seems a little weird, some of you understand. But what you gain in meditation and dreaming is super important this month. I always say that with the Hermit and the Queen of Cups, because in the quiet is kind of when your soul can whisper to you. Now we've got a fire grand trine going in the 3rd, 7th, and 11th house. And the 11th house, we've got Chiron retrograde. And sometimes what happens here is old dreams or old situations come back. Things that we wish we could try again, you know. And the emphasis this month is just figuring out what you want. Where do you want to go next? What do you want to create? What's next for Gemini? Now, the health thing plays a big part as well. If some of you are actually trying to get pregnant, now we have the Empress right here in the center of the reading. We've got a Ten of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, which is all about life changing, and that would be pretty drastic changes. And maybe some of you have been trying for a while to conceive and it hasn't been the right time. This is definitely an indication to maybe pause the trying and focus on your health and your nurturing environment, okay? I'm not a medical doctor, but this may just be overthinking and too much stress that's really affecting the process. I do have to mention, guys, with the Queen of Cups and the Hermit, if you work in toxic atmospheres, if you're in any kind of toxic friendships or anything like that, if there's a lot of drama like in your circles, it's probably really best to remove yourself from those scenarios. Again, bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles, it's about bare necessities now. It's not about overachieving. It's not about overplanning. It's not about accomplishing all that much. It's really about being able to be in your heart space and understanding what your heart and soul wants you to do next. Now, what I love is that we have the Strength card underneath the 4 of Cups. And there is an indication to me of really holding out, holding back, There's a lot of energy here. Like this is a Leo card and this is a Capricorn card. And I do adore those two energies together because Leo comes from the heart and Capricorn energy keeps it grounded. And there's like an instinct to know when to hold back. And I think for some of you, if you are experiencing some kind of a frustration in relationships or in a job or in a project that doesn't seem to be finishing, maybe some of you are looking for new places to live. Again, that would be something that maybe would culminate more towards Virgo season when the sun starts to move into your 4th house. But this discontent with this strength is like really holding out for the right thing to come along. So if some of you have been in a holding pattern, not really happy with the options or what's been put in front of you, things don't seem to be coming together quite so easily, there's resistance and strength on your part, which tells me that you have the energy and the strength and the determination to see this through. 10 of Cups, towards your ultimate happiness. So I like this energy because this is not like just agreeing to get the next house you see or agreeing to date the next person you match with on a app or something. You know, this is holding out for top quality stuff. This is not settling because you realize how important your dreams truly are and what really matters. Now, I love this energy coming out in the center of your reading. And oftentimes I always feel like here's where we are, you know, in our mind. And like this is our soul and then this is our shadow, right? And here, your center, Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles is an indication to me of how absolutely important it is for you to be in a place of gratitude and compassion for yourself first, right? The Queen of Cups is always a reminder to me that if we're not doing the self-love thing, like if we're not saying no to the things we don't want to do, if we're not, you know, setting boundaries towards people that kind of really shake our emotional atmosphere, it cuts out on our ability to attract the things that we do want in our life. And this is a focus. We're attracting Empress in the very center. She doesn't work very hard. And that's what I mean about this is not a time of achievement and hard work. This is a time of healing and attracting the things to you. You're in full manifest mode. We all are right now. And it's a critical time because remember I said we're kind of nurturing those seeds. Right now we can't really do anything physically to make the plants grow. We just have to make sure that the environment around them is nurturing. And here's the seed. So it's coming. Now you do have underneath your Knight of Swords, your energy, your moon card is you're very close to achieving your goal. And your goal here, the 10 of Cups, this is full wish fulfillment. This is everything you could possibly want. It's emotional fulfillment. And it's right here next to the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Now we've got major manifesting here, which tells me that Gemini is absolutely not settling this month, right? Strategizing, yes. Contemplating, yes. Are we working really hard? No. This is more of an inside job right now. Probably best with the Star card here. Probably best, especially 4 of Pentacles. 2 4s. We have Venus, number 4 here, and 17 breaks down to an 8, which is close to the 4 as well. We've got 2 10s here. Yeah, there's a lot of forward movement that you probably do not see right now. This is kind of similar to the Virgo reading as well. There's a lot going behind the scenes that you may not be aware of. So it's really important that you stay in this positive energy. Like I said, we can get discouraged with the 4 of Cups. We can start to get really impatient. But I think you have the strength to overcome that. Like you know how to like check those negative thoughts, which I love. Now, We have the Empress, who simply attracts the opportunities to her. And we have this Two of Wands. And for a lot of you, I feel like you do not realize that you are the wish fulfillment for someone else. Okay, I kind of see like this Two of Wands for some of you. This Two of Wands is another person. Now, most likely you haven't met this person yet, but as you are attracting things to you at your higher vibration because you're doing the self-love and healing thing, then Gemini, there's another person here who's wishing for the same thing. And this is a portal of opportunity, always with the Two of Wands, which tells me that this is something that you've manifested as well. This is a vibrational match here with the Empress and the Two of Wands. Now, the Wheel of Fortune could indicate that there is a change of direction. Okay? I'm not so sure if in the situations where there's another person that's wishing for you, I'm not so sure that that's something that you want. You know, so if you guys have somebody coming in from the past, or if you have a new offer coming, there may not be a match here, or you may not be as interested yet, but that may change with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, that's not for everybody. I'm also picking up on, you know, the things that you want changing. So the more you like clear your environment, you set the boundaries, the more quiet life gets, the more you get to know yourself better. And so when that happens, ideas may change. Now, I do have to say we have the Ten of Cups here, which represents kind of family and home life, and we have an Ace of Pentacles here. And for some of you, there are major changes coming in terms of family and money. And I think that's super exciting because I think we've all been waiting for a change for quite some time. Now, these are opportunities are coming in because you're in the high vibration place. And your environment is healing you so that you can understand your self-worth. And what happens sometimes is when we raise our vibration, the things that we were creating no longer work in that environment. That's what brings on the discontent. So you've done the work, you've done the healing, you're feeling good about yourself, and that's why the circumstances change. So for some of you, you may find yourself just simply not liking where you live anymore, not liking where you work anymore, not liking the city that you're in. Some of you maybe went to the same bars all the time, and all of a sudden, like, these places just aren't of your vibration. And so you manifest the new things that you want, the new experiences that you want to have, the emotional connection to those things, and they appear almost magically because you are so powerful right now. And I love that we're bookending this. We've got the Four of Cups, which is a feeling of like, oh my God, nothing's happening. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which assures me that things truly are happening. So the month may start out slow. It might be a little bit frustrating, like, oh, when is this going to happen? And by the end of the month, especially because we have that full moon coming in your 9th house, this is where action might really occur for you. We also have Jupiter moving back into your 9th house in the, I believe it's the 28th. So Jupiter leaves Pisces, it's retrograde now, and it moves back into Aquarius in your 9th house as well. And it's kind of a big deal because the things that we've been working on, the things that we've been doing for a couple of months, well, for the past year since Jupiter's been there, there's a reset. There's a chance to really make the changes, to start the new things. And that's in an area of your life of your comfort levels with expansion. And so for some of you, You may have had this internal process where you kind of felt like good things were coming and you needed to do some internal work in order to work on your ability to believe in yourself and to receive. See the Venus here and the Empress with the Star card. Look, we've all kind of been on this journey, like life hasn't been easy, right? Especially 2020, like it showed us our weaknesses, it showed us anywhere where we've had these instabilities, and it was some hard lessons. And you get used to life being hard. You get used to things not always working out, and you become kind of mentally prepared for the failure. You know? Kind of always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And when we welcome in the new wishes, we tend to get a little fearful when things start working out. For some of us, that's not exactly a comfort zone. And so we have to change our relationship to that. We have to do that inner healing so that we know that we're worth the things that are coming in, that we are deserving of them, and that we can trust them, which means we can trust ourselves. Now, I did get an additional 3 cards pop out with the reading, and they are to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. And there we have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. And this is kind of repeating the whole reading, but I absolutely love it because we have this value and this self-worth here with the 9 of Pentacles, that inner stability. You know, this is what I say. If we look for love because we feel like we need it, like we need another person, or we need a certain thing in our lives in order to be okay, then believe me, the universe is always going to give you these lessons to teach you that you're capable of doing everything on your own. And I like the 9 of Pentacles because she is pre-Empress mode. So this is somebody knowing their value and knowing their worth. But also can be a little bit overcritical, okay? Maybe even a little over defensive over what they have. I mean, that happens in life. I know that happened to me, where it felt like all of the drama, like dating and love lives and stuff like that, like all of the drama just got to be too much. And I began to feel very peaceful on my own. And sometimes our souls really require that peace. When we go to that place, then we don't re-attract the drama, right? We attract people that are also in the 9 of Pentacles place. No drama, right? And that's the environment that I'm talking about. That's the environment that you require in order to feel safe enough to open your heart. And I think that's what's happening here for Gemini. I think there's an opening of the heart. I see that here. I definitely see that with the 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune as well. There's a heart opening because you've done the healing. And the Queen of Swords does tell me that, you know, it's discernment and it's actual balance. Now look, you start out coming out as the Knight of Swords, and I believe this is your energy in the end, which is that of discernment. So you get to this place where your heart is open and you are stable and good. And then you have this super intelligent, logical side of you that can kind of see through people. And you kind of really determine like who's safe for this environment that you've created. What are the things that are safe? What are the things that maintain a high vibration in your life? And the Queen of Swords isn't afraid to communicate either. And Gemini, I know you guys are usually big communicators, but there could have been some blocks. There could have been some fears blocking all of this, because that's what that Cancer second house new moon is doing. It's allowing you to feel safe being vulnerable and being able to say the things, have the conversations. For some of you, there might be people coming back or friends or situations where there's apologies There's healing of these relationships, healing of these circumstances, which really do nurture the environment, because you could let those things go. You no longer carry the resentment or the shame that came with those things. Now, taking a look at your oracle card. See, we have this, I just want to point this out, sorry. Card number 17, the star card, being the card of your environment, which breaks down to an 8, and Venus here, breaking down to the number 4, half and half. And this is what I mean about breaking everything down to the bare necessities, looking at things for what they are, breaking things down to the foundation, getting to the truth of other people's motives, getting to the truth of your motives and your needs. And I just really love this environment of like, the energy of correcting your environment is a beautiful thing. And I feel like you're feeling more at home in your physical body. And for some of you, you're starting a new health regimen, and by the end of the month, you're feeling really great. Maybe you've cut out certain foods. Maybe you've started a new workout routine. Maybe you're just starting to really love yourself and feel that attraction again. Leo season will do that to all of us. It really makes us shine our own light. And that full moon in Aquarius makes us really accept who we are, what we have to offer. We feel like it's the best thing on earth, and we attract the people that also think that. So it's really beautiful energy this month. Now, here we have this unmarked trail, card of revelation. And this is about taking the unknown, but this is also about the search for the Holy Grail. And that's what I'm getting about this Four of Cups strength card, and the not settling, which means that you're not afraid of the journey. You're not afraid of the hard work. You're not afraid of the healing process. And you're allowing yourself to trust yourself, invest in yourself, believe in your gifts. You know, for some of you, if you're looking to start a new business, you know, that's another reason why I said keep it to yourself, you know, or only share it with the people that you know really truly support you. Because it's not a good time. Like, everybody has an opinion. So you could say, oh my God, I've always wanted to do this. And someone's like, well, that's silly. That's risky. Why would you want that? And the truth of the matter is, it's really not about what other people's opinions are right now. It's about making decisions that come from your soul, which is because you've been listening. And right underneath that, we got the card Caterpillar, Opportunity. Another card, number 4. Guys, when you have your sights set on something really beautiful, the universe is acknowledging that you're turning the other things down. If it doesn't add up, if it's not good enough, if it's not exactly what you wanted. I love this energy, because as soon as you start showing that to the universe, they start bringing you the better things. The opportunities start coming in. There's absolutely no doubt with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. This is a really amazing reading of achieving all of the things that you want without doing the work. All you really have to do is believe in yourself. Now here we have the Golden Palace, card number 23, and card number 48, the Wishing Well. The Golden Palace is all about feeling at home in your body, okay? Now, it's a 5, breaks down to a 5. Again, another indication to me that I think the big changes are going to occur to you, for you, closer to October. But nonetheless, it's about being at home in yourself. About knowing that what you have is all that you need to get you through until the right things come towards you. So there's really no need for grasping onto anything. There's no desperation in this reading whatsoever, and I love that. And underneath we have that Wishing Well. Card number 2 breaking down to 3. Also here, 12 breaking down to 3. Making the big wishes. And trusting that they're coming, not being afraid of saying the things that you want. Even if it feels like you'll never find that thing. like it's impossible, because it's not. And the Star card is an indication that your wishes are not at all impossible. Gemini, there's a lot here about allowing yourself to be seen. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable. The Empress doesn't come from a place of fear. The only shadow sides you might be arguing with here within yourself is like those negative thoughts, the not enough, the resentments, the angers. Those are the things that we're healing. But there's no indication to me that it's even really a struggle. I think your forward movement, and I think you're feeling really good this month. And if there is early on some feelings of discontent, it's kind of short-lived, so best to breathe through it. If people are triggering you, take a day off if you can. Stay in bed. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Make sure early on in the month you go to the grocery store and buy really healthy food, buy yourself a new skincare product or something that really like soothes you in some way, and invest in yourself, okay? I'm not talking about major amounts of money. I'm not telling you to break the bank or run up a credit card, but certainly allow yourself to buy those new clothes, buy that new makeup, feel good about yourself, because this month, the better you feel about yourself, the better you attract things. And the last thing I kind of want to say to you, which is more so coming from a message on the other side, is to love yourself, Gemini. To see yourself. You can't allow that light to shine until you acknowledge it in yourself first. And you are a really, really beautiful person. You have a lot of wonderful things going for you, and the world wants you to share that outwardly. And you have to find comfort in that. All right. Beautiful, powerful reading, Gemini. That was awesome. I will be back again for some pick-a cards probably around the full moon, and then I will be releasing the August readings. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful summer. I love you so much. Take care. Bye.